So you've started vaping. There's always a lot of questions when you first start vaping. One is, what nicotine strengths shall I look for? So I thought, how about a video on nicotine strengths for beginners? What nicotine strengths are available? Well, there are quite a few, but generally you've got 4 main nicotine strengths. In standard e-liquid, 4 main strengths. You've got 18 milligram. You've got 12 milligram. You've got 6 milligram. And you've got 3 milligram. We also have nic salts and different nicotine levels for nic salts. In nic salts, you have generally a 20 milligram or a 10 milligram. But which one is most suitable for you? What is the milligram you're going to be looking for? What's going to be suitable for the device, suitable for your person? Well, generally, the easiest way to pick a nicotine level, and it's not an exact science because there's lots of variables, which I'll get onto later, but there is the how many cigarettes a person would smoke related roughly to a nicotine level that's going to be the most suitable for that individual. So if you're somebody that smoked 20 plus cigarettes a day, then I'd recommend an 18 milligram. If you're somebody that used to smoke 15 to 20 cigarettes a day, then you'd be looking at the 12. 10 to 12 cigarettes a day, 6 might be your one to go for. Less than 10, you're looking at a 3. Less than 10, you're looking at a 3. But like I referred to earlier, it's not that simple. And the reason is people smoke straight cigarettes. You've got just as many people, like myself when I used to smoke, who would smoke rollies, hand-rolled tobacco. So you've got different needs and wants for that individual. You've got the amount, the type of draw you're looking for. The throat hit is a huge factor. Whether you want to vape more frequently, less frequently. Everybody's going to have different parameters of how to give up and get vaping. It's not as simple as going, you smoke 23 cigarettes a day, that's just 18 milligram nicotine. So for instance, if you're somebody that smoked, let's say 23 cigarettes a day, and they were smooth, you like to smooth like a light cigarette, you might not want a standard 18 milligram nicotine e-liquid because you'll find it too harsh on your throat. But you need that level of nicotine to help stop cravings. Well, my advice would be, that's when you think of nic salt e-liquid. A 20 milligram nic salt e-liquid is going to give you a potent nicotine hit, but without a throat hit, or with a lesser throat hit than an 18 milligram. And that's because the way nic salts work, which I believe are the biggest innovation in vaping, the way they work is that they are essentially a naturally derived nicotine direct from the tobacco leaf itself, which is smoother and is absorbed faster into your bloodstream. So you're getting a nice big hit of nicotine, but you're not having to deal with a throat hit, a harshness to that inhale. You're not having to deal with that. Same goes with somebody that usually you'd look at a 12 milligram nicotine as exactly the right one to go for, but they don't want any sort of throat hit really at all. Well, maybe a 10 milligram nic salt is the one to go for. You don't need to beat yourself up with your choice of nicotine. Best way, especially when you're a beginner, go into a legitimate vape store and just have a chat with the person behind the counter. See if you can try some, see if you can work out which is going to be best for your throat. It also depends on ratios of e-liquid, but that's a different video entirely. This is about nicotine levels and the way to go and find what is most suitable for you as a vapor. But that's it really. Nicotine strength is all in the need, the necessity of the individual that is vaping. We all have different needs and wanted outcomes from our vaping experience. Nicotine levels are a hugely important part of vaping. You will find the right one for you. It might take a couple of tries. You might buy a couple of liquids that are either too weak or too strong. You might instantly get the right one, hit the nail on the head, and be winning from day one. So that's been Nicotine Strengths for Beginners. I've been me, you've been you, and well done for that.